Max tugged his locker door.
Squeak! It slowly opened. Something white fluttered out like a strange paper butterfly. It floated right in front of Max's nose. Max's eyes went wide, his jaw dropped.
The paper drifted closer. Max reached out a shaky hand. He snatched it from the air. It felt cold. On the slip, his name, Maxwell Periwinkle. Detention, but why? The reason was typed in old, faded ink, almost running in the hallway.
Max blinked. Almost? How could you get detention for almost doing something? He had to show Zoe immediately. He found Zoe by the water fountain.
Zoe, look, he whispered.
Almost running? Are you serious, Max? She asked.
And it floated right out of my locker.
Principal Jenkins was a tall man with a kind smile. Today his smile looked a little wobbly. Max and Zoe showed him the slip.
Mr. Jenkins, have you ever seen a detention slip like this?
Mr. Jenkins adjusted his glasses. He peered at the paper. His face went pale.
Oh dear, he mumbled. This looks familiar.
He looked around nervously.
Familiar? How so? Zoe pressed.
There's an old school legend, he whispered. A story about a student, a very, very strict student. They say his spirit, well, it never quite left.
Max gulped.
This student loved rules. He especially disliked students who almost broke them.
So this ghost, he gives out detentions? Max asked.
That's the legend. He finds the smallest things. I always hoped it was just a story.
Then he remembered something.
There's an old map in the archives. It shows parts of the school that aren't used anymore. Perhaps it might show you something.
He handed them a dusty rolled-up map. Max and Zoe unrolled the map. They scanned the faded lines.
Look, Zoe pointed. There's a wing here that doesn't exist on the new maps.
A corridor led to a small room marked with a single chilling word. Nowhere. They followed the map. Behind a loose wooden panel they found it. Max pushed. Creak. It opened. The room was dark and cold. Goosebumps prickled Max's arms. Cobwebs hung like ghostly decorations. Old wooden desks sat in rows. It smelled like chalk and something else. A shiver ran down Max's spine. Zoe pulled out her phone, using its light to see.
Wow, she whispered. This place hasn't been touched in years.
Suddenly a whisper. You almost forgot your history textbook this morning, Maxwell.
Max froze.
Did you hear that? She whispered.
Max could only nod.
Then another whisper. Your locker door, Maxwell. You almost left it unlocked after lunch.
Max's heart hammered in his chest. This was too weird, too specific. The temperature in the room seemed to drop even further. A shimmering light appeared at the front of the room. It took the shape of a boy in an old-fashioned school uniform.
Rules are rules, the ghost boy hissed. Almost breaking them shows a lack of discipline. You, Maxwell Periwinkle, are a prime example of almost chaos.
Max wanted to run, but his feet felt glued to the floor.
What do you want from me? Max stammered.
The ghost boy glided closer.
You almost forgot to say please when you asked for extra ketchup at lunch yesterday, Maxwell.
Max's mind raced.
And you almost put your chewed gum under the art table on Tuesday.
Max gasped.
These almost infractions, they build up, they create almost mayhem.
Zoe nudged Max. Do something, she mouthed.
Max took a deep breath. Okay, I get it. I'll be more careful, I promise. I will definitely say please for ketchup. And thank you.
He looked around the dusty room. He saw a crooked picture of the school's founder on the wall. He walked over and straightened it.
See, I care about order. No more almost mistakes. I'll be super careful.
The ghost boy stopped drifting. He looked at Max, then at the straightened picture. A faint smile touched his lips.
Good, he whispered. See that you are.
Slowly he began to fade. The room felt a tiny bit warmer. Max and Zoe didn't wait. Back in the bright, normal hallway, Max let out a huge sigh.
Phew, I need a cookie, and I will definitely ask politely.